What do you think of that road trip?
Hey, glad to be home. Welcome, everybody, to U.S. Cellular Arena. Panthers and Loyola set to go. Time for our national anthem. Here's the PA voice of the Panthers, the Blonde Bomber, Bob Brainerd.
As the United States of America shines as a beacon of freedom throughout the world, let us honor all of our law enforcement officials, firefighters, and military personnel by standing as one nation, under one flag, and as one people, for the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by UWM Panther alum Jenna Looker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, nice job, Jenna. Now the Pepsi starting lineups. Here's Bob.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the U.S. Cellular Arena and tonight's Horizon League matchup featuring the Ramblers of Loyola and your Milwaukee Panthers. Now, the starting lineup first for the Ramblers. At forward, a 6'7" freshman from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 4, Walt Gibler. At guard, a 6'3" junior from Munster, Indiana, number 12, Eric Von Welden. At guard, a 6'5" senior from Chicago, Illinois, number 24, Justin Sarasoli. At guard, a 6'1" senior from Milwaukee, number 25, J.R. Blount. And at forward, a 6'8" senior from Detroit, Michigan, number 55, Darren Williams. The head coach of the Ramblers is Jim Whitesell.
And now the Pepsi starting lineup for your Milwaukee Panthers, brought to you by Pepsi. Remember, every sip gets you closer to Pepsi stuff.
Starting 5 for your Milwaukee Panthers. Starting at a guard, a 6'3" senior from Milwaukee, number 0, Avery Smith. At guard, a 6'1" senior from Milwaukee, number 5, Ricky Franklin. At guard, a 6'2" junior from Middleton, Wisconsin, number 11, Boone Boyle. At forward, a 6'8" freshman from Wildwood, Missouri, number 21, Tony Meyer. And at forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Milwaukee, number 23, Anthony Hill. The team physician is Dr. William Smith, trainer Dave Bogolski, video coordinator is Ronnie Jones, director of basketball ops is Chip McKenzie, the assistant coaches, Duffy Conroy, Chad Boudreau, and Brian Bidlingmeyer, and the head coach of the Panthers, Rob Teeter.
All right, thanks to the Blonde Bombers. Stellar work as always. We are set to go as the Panthers and the Loyola Ramblers meet for the second time here in the 2008-2009 season. Your officials tonight, friend of the program, Steve Skiles, the innovator of the French mistake, Tim Fogarty, and one of the Simpson brothers. I believe it to be Lamar, but I could be incorrect. Loyola out in their road maroon, gold numbers, white trim. Panthers, familiar home gold, black numbers, white trim. Friend of the program, Steve Skiles, will toss it up. And we will be underway. Still some room down here, still some good seats. You want to see some college basketball action. Panthers trying to get back on track versus Loyola after losing 2 straight games in Indiana. Darren Williams and Anthony Hill to jump it up. It's tipped in the backcourt. Ricky Franklin, though, controls it as Williams tipped it into the Loyola backcourt. Franklin, though, gets position. He'll feed it over on the right side to Avery Smith. Tough weekend for those two players. They're looking to bounce back. Top of the key, Franklin, 3, got it. That's a much better start for Ricky, averaging 6.9 a game coming in. Panthers lead at 3-0 early. Van Welden at the top. He'll give it right side, Sarasoli. Sarasoli, right side of the lane, hanging in the air, off the glass, won't go. Rebound collected by Smith. Smith up the center of the floor. He'll veer to his right outside the arc. Now cut inside the arc to the free throw line, back outside to Meyer. Pump the 3. He'll take it in the lane. Meyer draws the contact and the foul. Tony Meyer, nice work on the pump fake. It's going to be on Darren Williams. Williams picks up his first for the Ramblers. Meyer to the line. Meyer makes the first. Got them both. 5-0 lead for Milwaukee. Avery Smith in the backcourt. He's on J.R. Blunt. Up the right side, Sarasoli feeds it back on the right sideline to Blunt. Blunt working off the screen by Williams toward the top of the key, just inside, feeds it outside to Van Welden. Left side with it, Sarasoli inside the free throw line, throws it out in the corner, tipped. Blunt catches anyway, 3-ball, got it. J.R. Blunt, just a 19% three-point shooter coming in, but he gets the first 3 of the night for Loyola. 5-3 Milwaukee. Free throw line Smith. He'll feed it outside the arc to Meyer. Bounce feed on the inside, backdoor. Boyle can't get it to go. Hill the rebound and puts it up and in. Anthony Hill, first basket of the night. 7.9 a game coming in. Panthers lead it by 4 at 7-3. Sarasoli to Van Welden, right at the top. He'll feed it in the lane for Williams. Fade away. Darren Williams won't go. Rebound Smith. Avo on the run up the center of the floor. He'll stop at the top. Directing traffic, leaves it for Franklin, who steps out toward half court. 25 on the shot clock. To Meyer between the rings, right side to Franklin. He'll dump it right side of the lane near the baseline. Hill. Ant underneath, working on Darren Williams. That shot partially blocked. I think Van Welden got in there to block it. Up the left side is Blunt. Blunt to the top. Blunt, right corner, Van Welden, 3-ball. A bit strong. Rebound fought for and collected by Smith. Avo on the run up the center of the floor. He'll stop at the top. Now to the free throw line. Inside the free throw line, swooping toward the goal. It won't go. Tip attempt by Hill won't go, but he gets his own rebound. Feeds it out to Smith. Smith right baseline. Feeds left corner. Boyle, 3-ball. Won't go. Battle for the rebound once again. Bodies on the floor. And it's thrown out of bounds by Blunt. I think JR wanted a foul call as it looked like there was some contact, but whipped it out of bounds, so the Panthers will have it on the inbound. Boyle to inbound. I think Tone might have forgot to tie his shorts before the game. Takes care of that, feeds it left side for Avery Smith. Smith lost it briefly, gets it back, scoops it out toward half court, left side, Ricky Franklin. Panthers lead at 7-3. 17:20 to go in the first half here at the Cell. Right side Franklin, another 3. Got it! Ricky 2 for 2 from distance. Up the left side on the run is Blunt. Cut off by Boyle. It won't go. Foul's going to be on Tone. As they came out quickly on the transition off the inbound, Blunt took it baseline. Boyle cut him off. Got him with the body. He'll draw the foul. First on Tone, first on Milwaukee. Blunt to the line. 70% free throw shooter coming in. 14.8 points, 4 rebounds, 3.6 assists. Rattles in the first. J.R. Blunt with all 4 points so far for Loyola. Williams, Sarasoli, and Gibbler all come out. Ross Foreman into the game, 6'8" junior out of Minneapolis. Also Marcus Thomas in, second free throw no good, rebound Hill. Thomas, a junior out of Indianapolis. Left side, Anthony Hill, 3-ball, short. Rebound collected by John Benkoski. Benkoski into the game. Foul's going to be on Ricky Franklin as Loyola got the rebound. Franklin called for the reach. Ricky picks up his first, second on Milwaukee. 10-4 Panther advantage. Just over 3 minutes in. Blunt across half court, works to his left. He'll feed it to Foreman. Foreman fakes to the baseline. Now a little right-hand hook. That bounces in. Ross Foreman, who didn't play the last time around, 4.2 points, 2.7 rebounds. They're back to within 4, 10-6. Avery Smith splits the defense in the lane, off glass and good. Avo, his average down to 12.3 after scoreless games at Valparaiso and Butler. Right side is J.R. Blunt to the baseline, cut off by Hill. He'll swoop to the goal, it won't go. Loose ball, collected underneath by Meyer. Panthers by 6 with the basketball. Left of the top with it, outside the arc is Smith. He'll pump the 3, feed it left side of the lane, Hill. Hill in the lane with the right hand, takes it up, won't go, but he'll draw the foul. Panthers taking it to the basket. Foul's going to be on Blunt. His first. Second on Loyola. Hill to the line. Ant coming in, 70% from the stripe. Makes the first. 3 points for the sophomore out of Bradley Tech. That one's off the heel. Long rebound collected by Hill. Left side Franklin, another 3-ball. Ricky got it. He's 3 for 3. Franklin, who was also scoreless in the trip to Indiana, starts out hot here for Milwaukee. They lead it by 10, 16-6. Blunt, right side Thomas, catch and shoot 3, got it. Marcus Thomas, 33.7% coming in. It's 16-9 Milwaukee. Left side Meyer, left sideline Franklin. Ricky getting some attention after those 3-point makes. Moving from the left to the right outside the arc. He'll feed it near the corner to Smith. Back to Franklin, another 3 for Ricky. That one's short. And the rebound stolen away by Meyer. Tony needs help in the corner. He got called for stepping on the end line. It'll be Loyola ball when we come back. Verizon Wireless brings you Panther basketball. 15:24 to go in the first. It's Milwaukee 16, Loyola 9. You're listening to Panther Basketball on News Talk 1130 WISN. Thanks, Paul.
And the basketball would like to thank Eric LaRue and the Leland Financial for sponsoring tonight's Hands Smoothie Fan
What's up, Doc?
Leland Financial is a company with a wealth of knowledge.
First half of tonight's game with Loyola is brought to you by Nicholas Investments, Trust, Integrity, Performance, and a proud corporate partner of Panther Athletics. Ricky Franklin and Avery Smith had a lost weekend in Indiana. Those players are back with a vengeance here tonight. Franklin 3 of 4 from outside in the first 4 minutes and 36 seconds. He's got 9 points. Avery Smith 2 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist already. James Ayers makes his first appearance, 6'7", 3-something out of Roseville, Minnesota. He'll come in for Anthony Hill. The rest of the starting 5 still in there. Blunt in the lane, hanging in the air with the right hand, and it bounces in. J.R. Blunt, 6 points already for the senior out of Dominican. 5 minutes in, Panthers lead it by 5, 16-11. Franklin to Ayers between the rings, left side to Boyle. Boyle looks to the corner, gives it back to Meyer at the top, now back to Boyle. Bounce feed in the corner for Smith. He'll pump fake, take it to the goal, won't go. Tipped up by Franklin, that won't go. Loose ball underneath, and it's collected by Marcus Thomas for Loyola. Blunt cutting from the left to the right, leaves it for Van Welden outside the arc on the right. Between the rings with it now is Blunt. Blunt a couple dribbles to the right for Foreman, around the horn, left side Thomas. Thomas, 3 ball, left side, got it. He's 2 for 2 from distance. And they're within 2. 16-14 Milwaukee. Panthers have led by as many as 10, 8 straight points here for Loyola. Let's cut it to 2. Ayers over on the left for Boyle. Boyle cross-court feed for Franklin. He'll give it out top to Meyer, left side Boyle. Catch and shoot 3 for Tone, in and out. Loose ball on the baseline. Van Welden catches it and runs out of bounds. Panthers will get it back with a fresh 35. 14 minutes to go here in the first half. Panthers by 2. Inbound feed from Franklin to Boyle. Boyle, right side, gives it out near the circle to Smith, over to Franklin on the left. Ricky, bounce feed to Ayers, just right at the top now with it, Avery Smith. Smith 1 dribble out towards half court. He'll feed it on the right to Boyle. 20 on the shot clock for Tone as he brings it between the rings. Left sideline now Franklin. Left side of the lane is Ayers. His reverse attempt won't go. Rebound by Meyer. He'll give to Franklin, off glass and good. 11 points for Ricky Franklin. Panthers extend it to 4. They end that 8-0 run for Loyola. It's 18-14 Milwaukee. Thomas gives between the rings, nearly stolen by Smith. Now Blunt with it in the lane. Defended by Ayers. He'll throw it outside the arc to Van Welden. 1 dribble. He'll dump it back inside the arc. That's Foreman. A lot of contact with he and Meyer. Back outside to Thomas. Thomas works inside the lane, feeds it to Foreman. 9 on the shot clock. Bounce feed underneath Van Welden. Good looking pass to Benkoski for the score. Benkoski, first basket of the game. Loyola back to within 2 at 18-16. Out top is Ayers. Left sideline with it is Boyle. Boyle, cross-court feed for Franklin. Ricky on the baseline for Smith. Abel dribbles to the lane. He'll give it left corner Boyle. Pump fake. Tone dribbles inside. He'll draw the foul on Foreman. Boyle, the pump fake, took it on the baseline, drew the reach on Foreman. Foreman with his first, third on Loyola. Sarasoli comes back for Loyola. Van Weldon comes out. Also Darren Williams now hastened off the bench. Ben Koski will come out. .12:43 to go first half. Panthers lead it by 2. Ayers takes the inbound from Franklin. He'll dribble up the left sideline, give it at half court to Avery Smith. Long three ball for Avo. Got it. Smith about 5 feet behind the arc, top of the key. He nailed it. He's got 5. Panthers back up by 5, 21-16. Blunt between the rings, gives it out at the circle to Sarasoli. Right side with it, Marcus Thomas. Thomas feeds it over on his right to J.R. Blunt. Blunt dribbles toward the corner, back out to Foreman. Three ball, Ross Foreman short. Rebound collected by Smith. Avo's 4th board of the night. Smith at the top. Another 3 for Avery. That one is short. Rebound for Darren Williams. Up the left sideline is Justin Sarasoli. Sarasoli cuts toward the middle. Inside the arc, inside the free throw line, hangs toward the goal. It won't go. Meyer had his hands on the rebound. Smith, though, collects another one from Milwaukee. Avo, spin dribble across half court. He'll draw the foul at half court on Sarasoli. That's not particularly smart. Sarasoli picks up his first, 4th on Loyola. Verizon Wireless brings you Panther basketball. 11:49 to go first half. Milwaukee 21, Loyola 16. You're listening to Panther basketball on News Talk 1130 WISN.
That's the number that Collins is showing at center court, and it's played at the scoreboard. Athletic Department representative will contact you if you are tonight's winner. It's brought to you courtesy of Verizon Wireless, which is America's most reliable wireless network than any. Verizon Wireless Communications Store or VerizonWireless.com. Now, game director attention to the Florida Listeners edition of WMSN.com Rewind. 4 different members of the WM Women's Swimming Diving Team won 2 events each. The Casey's 5 was an easy 173-68 victory over Western Illinois Saturday afternoon at the Conchi Auditorium. The Red marked their 13th straight dual meet this season, tying the program record entry and upping the season victory record in the process, which they set at 12 on Friday. Panthers, now 13-2 in the season, have not lost since October 31st. WM women's basketball team has 5 players scoring double figures and tied an NCAA record with a 26-26 opponent on the free throw line in defeating Loyola 83-74 Saturday afternoon at the Jen Deal Center. Panthers trailed by many as 9 and made 21 free throws in the second half to hand the Ramblers a 9-3 loss. Log on to WMPanthers.com for all your Panther news and information.
Panthers Road Ahead brought to you by M&I Banks. Get financially fit, call or visit today at M&I Banks. One of the cheerleaders was kind of just left hanging out there. There's a bunch of players and one cheerleader. That's kind of funny. Panthers host UIC on Saturday coming up at 7 o'clock. Then it's on the road versus Green Bay on February 7th. Then February 12th at Cleveland State. February 14th at Youngstown. Panthers lead it by 5 with the basketball. Jason Avercamp makes his first appearance. 6'6" junior out of New Berlin West. Down the left side of the lane is Ricky Franklin. Can't get it to go. Loose ball collected by James Ayers. He'll feed it out between the rings for Avery Smith. Ayers inside the free throw line. Fade away. Got it. Ayers with his first basket, averaging 9.5 points, 4.7 rebounds coming in. Panthers lead it by 7. 23-16, 11:15 to go first half. Sarasoli moving left to right. He'll throw it over on the right side deep to Thomas. Thomas back out to Foreman around Sarasoli. Fakes to his left. Now Sarasoli left side of the lane. Nice feed underneath the Williams for the jam. First for Darren Williams. He's averaging 7.6 a game coming in. Panthers lead cut to 5. Inside the free throw line, Smith. Avo, the jumper, won't go. Rebound collected by Williams. Sarasoli on the run. Sarasoli stops, shoots, won't go from 3. Rebound collected by Ayers. He'll flip it over to Franklin. Ricky on the run up the center of the floor. Stops outside the arc. Dribbles it to the top. Now Franklin to the free throw line, back outside to Smith. Avo inside the free throw line, leaves for Ayers, just inside the arc, right side, got it. Second in a row for James Ayers. Panthers back up by 7 at 25-18, 10:22 to go in the half. Left side, Sarasoli. Couple of dribbles to his left, still outside the arc, leaves it for Foreman, left to the top. He'll dribble to the top, now right side, Blunt. Blunt leaves it for Marcus Thomas, another 3-ball for Thomas. He got it. He is 3 for 3 from distance. Marcus Thomas off the bench for 9 for Jim Weitzel. They're back within 4, 25-21. Right corner, Boyle, catch and shoot 3-ball. Tone in and out. Rebound collected by Avercamp. Camp feeds it out in the corner to Franklin. Panthers will reset. Franklin gets it to Ayers. Ayers has his shot blocked by Sarasoli. Sarasoli collects the rebound. Left side, Blunt, catch and shoot 3-ball. Off the heel, no good. Another rebound for Avery Smith. Avo collects his 6th rebound already. He'll take it left side of the lane, feed it in the corner. Franklin, 3, long, rebound collected by Ayers. James gonna take it in against Darren Williams. A lot of contact, no call, and it will be Panther basketball as it goes off Williams and out of bounds. Anthony Hill comes back in. He'll spell Jason Avercamp. Also Gibbler and Van Welden back in. Foreman sits down along with Sarasoli. So for the Panthers, it's Franklin, Hill, Smith, Ayers, Boyle. Ricky to inbound, right side for Avery Smith. Panthers lead it by 4. 9:17 to go in the half. Free throw line, Smith back outside to Boyle on the left. Boyle dumps it left side of the lane for Hill. Hill working his way in on Williams. Spins toward the baseline, blocked by Williams. He'll collect the rebound. Loose ball collected by Thomas. 9 minutes to go in the half. Panthers lead it 25-21. Blunt, left side, illegal screen called on Walt Gibbler. Gibbler with the moving screen picks up his first, 5th on Loyola, so Milwaukee gets it back. Loyola with Gibbler, Van Welden, Blunt, Williams, and Marcus Thomas. Thomas so far 3 of 3 from distance. He and Ricky Franklin, the hot 3-point shooters to start this game. Out top Smith, he'll dribble to the free throw line, take it to the goal. Backboard, no rim. Disappointment from Director of Basketball Operations Chip McKenzie. Right side with it is Blunt. Blunt's runner won't go. Rebound collected by Hill. He'll feed it to Franklin. Panthers still lead at 25-21. 8.5 minutes to go in the first. Franklin toward the left sideline on the dribble, near the top for Hill. He'll look to the inside, feed it back out to Franklin. Left side with it now is Smith. Smith takes baseline, leaves it for Hill. Ant the pump fake, back outside for Boyle. Boyle dribbles to the free throw line, and he'll draw the foul on the way by. Marcus Thomas picks up his first, 6th on Loyola. 6 team fouls, all on different players for Loyola. Panthers so far with only 2. Franklin will inbound for Milwaukee. Gives it right baseline for Hill. Hill probes toward the baseline on the dribble, then feeds it back out to Boyle. Boyle inside the 3-point line, back out to Smith. Thought long and hard about the 3. He'll feed it to Franklin, give it left side of the lane for Ayers. Ayers working his way in on Gibbler, throws it up in the air. That one goes off of the shot clock and out of bounds. I think Rob Jeter, James Ayers, and everybody in gold thought there was a foul on that. But it'll be Loyola basketball when we come back. Verizon Wireless brings you Panther basketball. 7:58 to go, first half. It is Milwaukee 25, Loyola 21. You're listening to Panther basketball on News Talk 1130 WISN.
Let's take 1 shot from 3-point line and an extra time. First is the Student Association. All right, Colin, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go!
Panther basketball brought to you by Clements. When you run out of Clements, you run out of taste. Panthers a huge advantage on the boards to start the game, 21-9. Meanwhile, Loyola shooting better than Milwaukee. They're at 47.1%. The Panthers just 32.1. Milwaukee, though, leading this one by 4, 25-11. Near half court, left side, Avery Smith. He'll dribble from the left to the right, outside the arc, guarded by Van Welden. At the circle is Boyle, left of the top now with it, Hill. 8 on the shot clock. Hill feeds it inside the arc, Franklin. Turnaround from 12, a bit short. Rebound comes down for Van Welden. He'll bring it across right side for Blunt near the sideline. Feeds it left of the top for Thomas. Further left now Van Welden. Van Welden back to Gibbler. Can't find the handle. Gets it back to Van Welden. Van Welden called for the offensive foul. You can see a little stiff arm with he and Ricky Franklin. I thought Van Welden thought there was maybe a foul on Ricky. But Eric Van Welden picks up the foul. 7th on Loyola. And that is the 7th Loyola Rambler to commit 1 foul. Franklin to bring it across, just right of the circle. Panthers lead it by 4. They've led by as many as 10. Tries to get it into Meyer, knocked away there by Foreman. Franklin gets it back. Ricky moving left on the dribble. Feeds it further left near the sideline. Boyle, he'll take it in the lane. Boyle hanging to the goal, got it. First for Tone tonight, leading the Panthers in scoring, 14.8 a game. Panthers lead it 27-21. Thomas between the rings, left side to Van Welden. Van Welden to Darren Williams out top. He'll give it quickly to Thomas. Thomas just inside the arc, jumper, won't go. Battle for the loose ball, collected by Smith. Avo, 7th rebound of the game already. Out top with it is Smith. To the free throw line. Smith hanging in the air, up off glass, counted in the foul! Avery Smith got past Van Welden, got the shot off, and then Van Welden hammered him. That's 2 on Van Welden, 8 on Loyola. Avo goes to the line, a chance to put the Panthers up by 9. Deion James, first appearance of the night, senior out of Milwaukee Vincent. Ben Koski comes back in for Loyola for Williams. Also in a first visit of the evening for Leon Young. He of the interesting hairstyle. Remember, Leon used to have the big afro. Now he's got like a mohawk going. Smith misses the free throw. Panthers lead it by 8. 29-21. 6.5 to go here in the first. Certainly a different Avery Smith and a different Ricky Franklin than we saw this weekend. At the free throw line is Blunt. Outside to Foreman, back to Blunt on the right outside the arc. Blunt directing traffic. Blunt to the top of the key. He dribbles right side of the lane toward the baseline. Blunt hanging toward the goal. He's got it with the left hand. Blunt with 8. They're back within 6. 6 minutes to go in the half. Free throw line with it. Smith to the goal, won't go. Hill had one hand on it, tipped out by Smith. Left side 3-ball Boyle, it's short. Rebound collected on the baseline by Smith. Smith spinning on the baseline, throws it out to Boyle. Boyle spins to the free throw line. He's picked by Sarasoli. Sarasoli coming the other way. Deion James, Sarasoli hangs in the air and scores. First basket of the game for Justin Sarasoli, his 44th steal of the season. One of the leaders in the Horizon League in that category. They're back within 4. Under 5.5 to go in the first. James feeds it around left side. Meyer to Boyle near the sideline. He'll give it in the corner for Smith. Back out to Boyle. Boyle back out top to Hill. He'll dump it in the lane. Meyer, little turnaround from 8, won't go. Rebound collected by Leon Young. Blunt, outlet feed up the right side. Sarasoli to the baseline. Cut off by Hill. Now we got a foul over on the sideline. Going to be on Deion James. James picks up his first, 3rd on Milwaukee. James Ayers back in for Anthony Hill. Tony Meyer comes out, first appearance for Burley Port. 6'7" junior out of Monrovia, Liberia. Blunt takes the inbound near half court. Back to Sarasoli on the far right. Leaves it between the rings. Benkoski left side. Foreman. Foreman back out to Blunt near the top. Blunt dribbles inside the free throw line. Spinning fade away for Blunt. Off glass, won't go. Rebound Ayers. Up the right side is Avery Smith. Smith on the dribble. Stops outside the arc on the right in front of the Loyola bench. Bounce feed on the other side to Boyle. Left corner with it is James. James doesn't take the three ball. And his pass for Ayers is over his head and goes out of bounds. I think that's the first turnover for Milwaukee. Second turnover for the Panthers. James comes out, Ricky Franklin back in. So it's Franklin, Port, Smith, Ayers, and Boyle for Milwaukee. Blunt, Sarasoli, Young, Foreman, and Benkoski for Loyola. Panthers lead it by 4, 29-25. 4:25 to go in the half. Foreman working his way in on Boyle. He'll feed it outside the arc for Sarasoli. Sarasoli, left side for Benkoski. Benkoski back to Sarasoli, left of the top. He'll dribble further left, now inside the arc near the baseline. Loose ball, collected by Boyle. Boyle on the run, 2-on-2. Boyle feeds left side for Franklin, back out to Boyle. Out top with it now is Smith. Back to Boyle, left corner with it, Franklin. Ricky takes it baseline, gives it to Ayers out top. James catch and shoot. Off the heel, no good. Port battles for the rebound. Franklin comes up with it. Ricky takes it up and he'll draw the foul. This is definitely a different Ricky Franklin here tonight. He'll be at the line when we come back. Foul on John Benkoski, his first, 9th on Loyola. Verizon Wireless brings you Panther basketball. 3:54 to go first half. It is Milwaukee 29, Loyola 25. You're listening to Panther basketball on News Talk 1130 WISN.
Up, down, and up. All right, help them up. Ryan, on your mark. Get set, go! There you go. Congratulations. How the hand for Ryan.
Welcome back to Panther basketball. The UWM bookstore has it all, from hats, backpacks, snacks, greeting cards. Shop online at bookstore@uwm.edu. The Panthers' advantage on the boards continues, 26-12. Shooting hasn't gotten any better, though. They're 11 of 35. Loyola, 10 for 21, 47.6%. Franklin to the line for Milwaukee. Ricky with 11 points already. That one rolls in and out. $11 for Franklin, 7 for Avery Smith. Second one goes in and out as well. That one was even closer to being down. Panthers lead it by only 4. 29-25. Ramblers won't go away. Sarasoli. He'll give it to Foreman over on the left. Further left now to Blunt. Blunt. Baseline cut off by Smith. Offensive foul called on J.R. Blunt. Blunt picks up his second. So that's 2 on J.R. Blunt. That's got to be a bit of a concern for Jim Weitzel with 3:35 to go here in the half. Franklin out top. 3.5 to go in the half. He'll throw the long lob pass to Boyle. Boyle lobs it out to Franklin. He almost can't collect it. Ayers quickly to Boyle in the corner. Boyle hanging in the air, off glass and good. Tone Boyle with 4. Panthers back up by 6. Jim Weitzel wants a timeout. He is not happy with Lamont Simpson right now. Simpson was the one that called that offensive foul on this end against J.R. Blunt. For a friendly neighborhood gathering place with big city sophistication, stop in to see our good friends at Harry's Bar and Grill on Oakland Avenue in Shorewood. We want to thank them for hosting the Rob Jeter Show up until this point every Monday night. This coming Monday, though, the show moves for the rest of the season. We'll be on campus at the Guest House in the lower level at the Student Union. So come on down. I always tell people, if you haven't been to the Union or if you haven't been there in a while, come on out, because it's a lot of stuff to do there. It's a great facility. It's like so many other things when you go on campus. It just makes you want to be a college kid again. 3:13 to go. It's all the cool parts of college. You know, now you can go there and you can visit and you don't have to worry about class at all. Panthers are going to pressure full court. We got a foul called as before the ball even came in. Going to be on Ricky Franklin. That's 2 on Ricky. That's only the 4th team foul on Milwaukee, but 2 on Franklin. So Ricky with such a good half going, probably going to sit the rest of the half after that foul. Deion James back in. Panthers short in the backcourt as Deontay Roberts will not play tonight. An administrative issue, just as a precaution. Rob Jeter decides to sit Roberts tonight. It is not academic or behavioral. Left side of the lane with it, Leon Young. Young working his way in on Ayers. That shot won't go with the right hand. Burley poured high for the rebound. Avery Smith across half court. Panthers a chance to build on that 6-point lead. Smith near the top, now left side of the lane, working on Sarasoli. Gets him up in the air. He'll feed it back out to Ayers. 3-ball, Big James. Can't get it to go. Rebound collected by Leon Young. Young falls down and then calls a 30-second timeout. Rob Jeter and the Panther bench screaming that it was a travel. Now Jeter getting some clarification from Tim Fogarty. It will be Loyola basketball. 2:39 to go. They take a 30-second timeout as Leon Young falls down. Halftime report coming up. That's brought to you by All the Best from Time Warner Cable. It just seems like the Panthers should be up by more. Got to give Loyola a lot of credit. They've hit some shots. 9 points off the bench for Marcus Thomas. He's 3 for 3 from outside. 8 points for J.R. Blunt. He knew J.R. would play well. He always plays well here. Senior for Loyola out of Dominican. Panthers will pressure full court. Thomas the inbound to Sarasoli. Panthers retreat into the half court. Sarasoli across, right side for Thomas. Thomas back over on the right to Sarasoli. Sarasoli to Young. Left side Marcus Thomas. Thomas guarded out there by James. He'll get to Foreman. Foreman takes it inside. He walked. Caught it outside the 3-point arc. Did a little stutter step, and the officials thought it was a travel, so the Panthers will get it back. Van Welden and Blunt come back in. See if the Panthers don't go right after J.R. Blunt. Blunt with 2 fouls already. Van Welden as well. So Jim Weitzel taking a chance here. Smith across half court. Working off a screen by Ayers inside the free throw line. He slips. Smith called for traveling. And Rob Jeter, you could hear Chip McKenzie say it too, that he didn't move his plant foot. But falls on deaf ears. Loyola gets it back. Right side Foreman, 3-ball, short. Van Welden collects the rebound, back out to Blunt. Blunt to the baseline, blocked by Port. Burley Port high in the air, great anticipation. Boyle across half court, he'll leave it for Ayers. Fakes to the inside, gives it on the left sideline for Deion James. At the free throw line, hanging toward the goal, he can't get it to go. The tip in by Port won't go, second tip by Berman goes. Burley Port, just under a point a game, 2.6 rebounds. Leading the team in block shots with 13. And they stretch it out to 8, 33-25. Right at the top, Van Welden, further right to Foreman. Foreman dribbles to the lane, Foreman hanging in the air, another block by Port! Boyle coming the other way on the run. Boyle feeds it right side for James. James goes baseline, he'll draw the foul on Thomas, and that's Marcus Thomas's second foul. And once again, the Panthers are into the super bonus. 1:09 to go, that's the 10th team foul on Loyola. So Deion James will go to shoot 2. Well, 2 straight trips down the floor. Burley Port with 2 straight block shots. He's now got 15. James gets it to go. I mean, it rolled around and finally dropped. First point for Deion tonight, averaging 3.6 coming in. Anthony Hill comes back. James Ayers sits down. Second one on the way for James. Nothing but the bottom that time. 2 points for Deion James. Panthers back up by 10. Ties their biggest lead of the game at 35-25. 1:05 to go in the half. Ben Weldon across half court. He'll feed it on the right to Sarasoli. Sarasoli on the right side, working on James. He'll step inside the arc, nothing but air. He'll hear that from the crowd. Smith will take his time. As a matter of fact, they're going to take a 30-second timeout. Rob Jeter wants to talk about it with 46.3 seconds left in the half. And the Panthers with a chance to improve on a 10-point lead. See if we can't get you some scores. One other game going on in the Horizon League. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half at the Resch Center. It's UIC 29, Green Bay 29. The Flames will be in here at the Cell coming up on Saturday, 7 o'clock tip time. Top 25, second half. Xavier crushing Charlotte, 37-19. 23rd ranked Georgetown at Cincinnati, getting all they can handle. They lead 39-35. 7th ranked Louisville blasting South Florida at Freedom Hall, 71-45, just over 4 minutes to go in that one. Also just over 4 minutes to go, Memphis is at East Carolina. The Tigers hammering the Pirates 83-62. Duke down by 7, that game on ESPN, that one in the second half. Wake Forest leading Duke 61-54 at Winston-Salem. 35-25 here for Milwaukee, 17 on the shot clock. Avery Smith at half court on the left side. About 30 seconds to go in the half, now 12 seconds on the shot clock. Smith moves toward the three-point arc. Now to his left, now to the baseline. Smith back out to Hill. 3 seconds on the shot clock, right side, Boyle, 3-ball, got it! Tone Boyle with 7, Panthers lead it by 13. Loyola will get the final shot of the half. 10 seconds left as Blunt comes across half court. Blunt inside the arc, knocked away by Smith. Loose ball collected by Boyle. Boyle, 1 second left. He'll throw it up from three-quarter court, not get it, but a good half of basketball and a good finish to the first 20 minutes for Milwaukee. Verizon Wireless brings you Panther basketball at halftime. It's Milwaukee 38, Loyola 25. When we come back, it's the halftime show brought to you by all the best from Time Warner Cable. You're listening to Panther basketball on News Talk 1130 WISN.
USA 11:30. On the south basket, we've got Tommy. On the north basket, Becca. These contestants 37 and free as a man. One against the $20 gift card to the bookstore. Take the half court shot to win the fun justification. All right, contestants, are you ready? 30 seconds on your mark. Get set. Go! Congratulations again, our contestants, and a reminder to all people that you're randomly selected to compete in the Funnelist on Shootout just by going to the games and having your game to pass that scan when you arrive. Alright, fans, back at popular band, I'm not the right Eddie, Helen Shootout. That's contestants from the New England Financial Group. In lane 1 is David, lane 2 Erica, and lane 3 is Becky. They'll make 2 full court laps, but in between they have to dismount the bike, make a layup, get back to the bike, race back to the finish line. Each contestant gets a Crank Days t-shirt plus free dinner at Nova. And the winner rides away with a $100 gift card to the Boston Shop House. All right, contestants, are you ready? On your bike, get set, go! Congratulations.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Right side, Boyle. 3 ball. Boyle with 7. Panthers lead it by 13. And that was the final basket of the half. As night and day may not accurately describe the difference between the Milwaukee Panthers that we saw at Valparaiso and at Butler and the guys that we're seeing here tonight. 38 points in the first half. They lead this one 38-25 at halftime. Halftime is brought to you by all the best from Time Warner Cable. Let's look at the first half numbers, starting with Loyola. Marcus Thomas leading the way for the Ramblers off the bench in 13 minutes, 9 points, 3 for 4 from the field. All 3 of those makes from three-point land. He also had a rebound in the first half. J.R. Blunt, the senior for Loyola out of Whitefish Bay, Dominican, 8 points on 3 of 8 shooting. 2 points for Darren Williams to go along with 5 rebounds. 2 points, 3 rebounds for John Benkoski. 2 points for Ross Foreman off the bench and 2 points for Justin Sarasoli. Walt Gibler held scoreless along with Eric Van Welden and Leon Young. The Ramblers shoot 38.5% from the floor in the first half on 10 of 26. They were 4 of 9 from three-point range for 44.4% and made 1 of their 2 free throw attempts for 50%. Here's a terrific New Year's ticket offer from the Milwaukee Panthers. For just $50, a group of 4 can enjoy the Milwaukee Panthers home game this Saturday night, January 31st versus UIC at the Cell. The price includes 4 game tickets, 4 Clemens hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 4 Panther t-shirts. What a great deal. Come on down. Go online at UWMpanthers.com or call the ticket office at 414-229-5886. Let's make some noise at the Cell. Come down and see the Panthers and the Flames on Saturday night. First half for the Panthers looks like this. Ricky Franklin, who was scoreless on the trip to Indiana, 11 points in the first half to go along with a couple rebounds, no turnovers. He did have 2 fouls that kept him out the last few minutes, but really just a night and day half for Ricky Franklin. And how about Avery Smith? Also scoreless in the trip to Indiana, 7 points, 9 rebounds for the senior out of Milwaukee, Washington, 3 assists, just 1 turnover and 2 steals as he played the entire first half. 7 points for Tone Boyle to go along with 3 rebounds on 3 of 8 shooting. Boyle also played the whole first half. 3 points for Anthony Hill to go along with 5 rebounds, 3 of those on the offensive side. 4 points for James Ayers off the bench. Ayers also with 4 rebounds. 2 points for Tony Meyer. Tony had 3 rebounds. 2 points for Deion James. 2 points for Burley Port, but more importantly for the Burman, 3 rebounds and 2 big block shots that really turned the momentum of that first half. The only Panther not to score in the first half, Jason Avercamp, he got in for 2 minutes. Panthers shoot 34.1% from the floor in the first half on 14 of 41. They were 5 of 15 from outside. But of those 5 makes, 3 for Ricky Franklin. He went 3 of 5. He hit his first 3 3-point attempts. And the Panthers 5 of 9 from the free throw line for 55.6%. Trying to think of that perfect dining spot for that special occasion? How about the Milwaukee Chop House in 5th in Wisconsin? Call 414-390-4562 or go online at MilwaukeeChopHouse.com for reservations and special offers. The Milwaukee Chop House, Milwaukee's best downtown steakhouse. Hustleboard numbers brought to you by Jimmy John. Sub so fast you'll freak. Panthers a huge advantage on the glass, 32-15, and get this, 16-1 on the offensive glass for Milwaukee. Assists, Milwaukee was 7, 3 of those credited to Avery Smith, 5 assists for Loyola. Loyola turned it over 7 times. Panthers just 3 turnovers in the first half. That a big turnaround from the trip to Indiana as well. 4 blocks for Loyola, 2 for the Panthers. Both of those going to Burley Port. And 2 steals for Milwaukee, both of those credited to Avery.